So I'm making this video. I just woke up a few hours ago, and I'm really fucking nervous right now. Um, I went to the police department, and I tried making a police report. And the police officer, I have another phone that it's not connected, but I just use it to upload videos as well. That was hooked up to my e-scooter, and I just left it recording when I went into the little lobby area. And I recorded everything and nobody said anything, and the police officer showed up after talking to speak to them about what was going on, one of them, and it was a transgender. This person absolutely doesn't give a flying goddamn fuck about my life. This person was these individuals at these police department was entirely disgusting and malicious. They know who I am, they know what's going on, and don't want to help me at all in any kind of way. They were giving me a lot of trouble to even try to get the police report and have a copy of it sent to me. I'm leaving this Friday on a bus to Burlington. I stay one night in Burlington, and then I take the flight on Saturday to Dallas, Texas. And I'm taking the Frontier Airlines, which takes me from Burlington to Orlando as an overlay for about 3 or 4 hours, and then from Orlando to Dallas, Texas. I know nothing good is going to happen. Nothing has been good that's been going on, and I'm having trouble regulating my sleep. The number of electronic devices that they're using, they're just playing me as a puppet. I'm having trouble trying to, doing anything to try to protect myself and try to help myself in any kind of way, because it is not my inability to do so. It is the ability that I'm being prevented to in every way by tapping all and rerouting all my phone calls, recording me and beating me with these electronic devices, and then sending everyone my GPS location and any information that they can use against me onto me at all given times. There's literally crowds of people that are riling up around me at times. I can't even explain. Walking into a grocery store, there's crowds of people. Everyone knows exactly who I am, and it's just attacking me. I tried explaining the details to these police officers and some of the horrors that had happened to me and my brother. They didn't give a damn. In fact, there was a police officer that after when it was recording for about 30 minutes, I walked to the side of the lobby to talk to the officer, because that's what the officer said. Why don't you come over here and talk to me? And I talked to them, and nothing felt legitimate and good, but I'm just making an effort to try to make these reports of the individual downstairs that's been following me. He was at the Lawrence Community Shelter where my sister was, Michaela, and he's followed me all the way here. And someone put him in this apartment, and it had to have been the landlord. There's several vacant apartments here, and yet this individual's downstairs, flying all the way from Lawrence Community Shelter that was stalking me there, all the way, and has flown to live in an apartment below me, beat the shit out of me with these electronic devices. He's one of these people that's doing it. What they're doing is they're setting up these electronic devices in all my atmospheres, and then having totally random people then take advantage of the situation, being aware that it is. But when I was speaking to the police officer, some other detective showed up, and he was looking all crazy in his fucking eyes and shit, and goes into the lobby. I'm talking to the officer, and kind of gets real close to me. He goes, "Is that your phone?" Like, it looks all crazy and shit. And I look at him like, "The fuck are you?" And he goes, "Is that your phone? You can't be recording here." And then the officer in front of me said, "Okay, we got to delete that." And so they literally make me go to my phone in front of them, go to my phone and start deleting all the evidence that I had, that I was recording following this police report. And then the police officer immediately then sabotages me and says, "Oh, it's just because you can't record what they're doing. You can't record in this lobby." And I said I was recording me making this police report so I could put it on YouTube. So I had to delete all the videos that I had on my phone that I was recording to show evidence about my efforts to try to protect and help, and the sabotaging of what these gay community, LBGT community, gang members that are doing to me. Like I said, this individual was like they know that Ken Cooper was a detective. For those that are following this story know what I'm talking about. And they were completely making a mockery. There was another transgender female police officer, and I mean like a person that worked there, and it was one of the people that walked into my apartment looking like crazy, like just wanted to get at me. Like a month ago, whenever they came by and gave me a citation warning not to go to the GED because someone made a false report, and I made already this video, and I sent my mother's twin the fucking citation. Anyway, this two officers just showed up here in my apartment. One of the ladies there wasn't an officer and was like kind of just barging into my apartment, and it was just all about this. I'm going to attack you. I'm going to do as much as harm as I can and get away with it, and I'm going to enjoy doing this crazy shit. And I don't say anything, but I saw this person when I was making this police report earlier today, and they showed up, and they were like sort of kind of circling around me in a sense, a way like they wanted to retaliate against me. And this person, and I began to tell this officer, "You think you're a detective, huh? Because Sarah Cooper knew about these rapes that had happened, and you did nothing to help my brother or my family." And I go, I have all the evidence to prove it. And this detective was a crooked piece of shit. I mean, I'm telling you, every single police officer and person in there is a fucking disgusting pig. I'm not joking. They don't give a goddamn fucking wanting to use anything. They're not there to help me in any kind of way. But I really do believe that I think it's very likely that someone is hired or gotten some power of attorney over my life, because while I was in that lobby, they were using these electronic devices, and I'm not crazy or making this up. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds like a homeless guy that has raggedy hair talking about people that are following you or shooting you with mysterious electronic devices, and it does sound kind of kooky and crazy who would spend so much time, but these types of things happen, and I'm not crazy, and I'm not making this up. And while I was there, they were literally using, like I heard them, I talked about they were using some electronic device that when there's some sort of sound or movement of something, they shoot a vibration, an electrical current into my physical body. And it could be anything. They can drop a shoe on the ground. They can drop a hat or something heavy, or hit against the wall, and it shoots an electronic device the same way this individual downstairs has been doing to me for 10 months that I've been living here. One of the people behind the window that I can't see behind the window closes a binder that has these locks on there, and all of a sudden I feel this shock wave, like somebody shocking me, and I look and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I feel somebody shooting me on my buttocks when I'm inside the fucking lobby trying to make this police report. And right before I left, I was there for about 45 minutes, I began to tell this police officer, I said, look, I'm going through all this crazy shit. I'm not crazy. They're doing this. And I felt somebody was using some frequency that is not giving me the ability to use my own brain. I don't know what the fuck it is, what they're doing. But I have my suspicions of how they're doing this is they use an electronic device that makes you very nervous, like your neurological body, a frequency, and then shoot another electronic device in the atmosphere that I'm in that prevents me from talking. I'm not joking. I literally go from sort of normal talking to the inability to start, like I'm skipping my words, and I'm not able to make complete sentences. And I'm not having a stroke. It's not a brain hemorrhage. It is them manipulating me, and I said, this conversation is over. Y'all are not here to help me. It goes, I'm not crazy. It goes, I know what this is. This is exactly why you're both harassing me, and this is why these rapes and all these things that are happening because you're persecuting me. And this police officer literally was like just playing me stupid, like I'm like just a total worthless fucking piece of life, like piece of shit, like fucking worthless. And he was a transgender, and they were working in teams, like the people that were in the lobby. And anyway, they made me delete the video, so I can't show the evidence of proof to that. And this is how they're sabotaging me. So whoever's doing this, I really do believe that someone is hired an attorney or court ordered, that someone is very likely to have used this electronic devices and privilege to abuse me in any way, in which form they choose to, whenever they feel like it. I was telling the police officer at the window when I first arrived, and within the first 10 minutes, I said, if somebody's using an electronic device at me, if it harms me in any physical way or alters my brain for ability to not be able to talk, is it illegal? He goes, well, it really just depends. And he goes, I don't know very much about the law. And so this person is just playing me stupid entirely. And they're just having a power trip, 100%, just for a power trip. So I thought I'd make this video. I could tell they know who's doing this or what is going on, but I don't think they're going to allow me to hire an attorney. Plus, it costs a lot of money. They've already been robbed by several attorneys before. I've gotten an attorney before and has paid $100 an hour, if not more, to try and plead my life in the past several times, and they would just rob me from all my money. Now, they know I'm going to try to contact a heterosexual, straight, female-only lawyer to talk to. They are going to try to prevent that in any kind of way, but it becomes very difficult because every individual that does this, they're going to try to ignore me. They sabotage the lawyers before I get there to make sure that I don't get any assistance, to make sure that, they make me look crazy, this and that. They're preventing me from being able to help myself in any kind of way, most of all trying to protect myself, to regain my phone privileges. All my phone calls, I am completely tied down to a prison that they have makeshifted in teams and orchestrated. This is a makeshift prison that they have put me in. My phone calls are rerouted. They're beating me with electronic devices. I'm literally calling Amazon, PayPal, eBay, Xfinity, Metro PCS, AT&T. I've called like 5 companies today and the day before, canceling my services and getting information, getting ready to leave. And the same person is picking up the phone, harassing the shit out of me, and literally just playing just a death joke on me. Like picking up the phone and says, hello, and it keeps making an impersonation of a voice and goes, hello, this is Princess. Because my sister who passed away used to wear a princess outfit all the time. So I wanted to make this video because they're just taunting me, and literally this person is like, okay, I'm going to transfer you after speaking to like AT&T when I was switching my phone line. They're like, okay, we're going to switch you over to customer service agent. And then I switch over, and it's the same person again with a little bit of a different accent and tone to their voice. But it's the same person. You can tell 100% it's the same person, just playing me stupid. So like I said, they're preventing me from, I don't know who to go to, where to go. It's very terrifying. As far as right now, I fell asleep, and I feel like somebody was shooting me something that sedates me or puts me to sleep, and I'm not able to wake. I'm forced to go to sleep, and I get really sleepy to control my sleep and how I rest. But like I said, it is insane. I'm very terrified what these people are going to do. They're just waiting for my mortality and me to develop terminal cancer. This is all that this is about, because this has been going on for too many years. I've done everything to try to get the attention of people, and it's the only reason why I've flown to so many different cities and states, to get the attention of people, to try to reach out, to have someone help me, hire an attorney, get my legal rights, somehow, some way, to prove that I'm not crazy, I'm not making this up, I'm not lying, I'm not delusional, this is not paranoia, this is not me just being crazy. I'm telling you the truth. in the best my ability that I can, and they're preventing me from protecting myself.